What's up, guys? Welcome to Forge Master Metal Reviews, the place where you can get the most out of your metal, musicians and fans alike. I am your co-host, Brandon.
Hey everyone, Benfo here. Great to see you. We wanted to round up some of the awesome heavy and power metal albums that you probably missed this year.
Make sure to follow us on Spotify. The link is in the description so you can get these playlists and check out these bands further. And hey, if you like our content, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us continue to bring you more top lists like this one and shows that you support us.
Songs about Nikola Tesla battling zombies in sprawling kingdoms made of stone. Expect choruses that will make you want to get out of your seat. Let's get into the best heavy and power metal albums that people aren't talking nearly enough about. Swedish power metalers Bloodbound have put out their epic record Creatures of the Dark Realm, a symphonic journey through a hellacious fantasy world occupied by demons, monsters, and other ferocious beasts that hunt humans. This album really speaks to my teenage self, the 14, 15-year-old kid that just couldn't get enough symphonic power metal, creating classically inspired songs of heroism, tragedy, and triumph. There are soaring falsettos on this record, face-melting solos, and fist-pumping choruses. How does it stack up against an album like Halloween self-titled? Well, this isn't a shootout, so I'm gonna let you decide, but I don't think that we'd be talking about this record if we didn't think that it would stand up on its own. Bloodbound gets 4.4 out of 5 blood-drenched Hell Nights.
Warrior Path, The Mad King, released March 5th on Symmetric Records. Yes, I know a lot of people are talking about this album, but I feel like not enough people are also talking about it. It makes sense. Formed in the last few years, Warrior Path already have one full-length album under their belt, and that's their self-titled debut in 2019. The one thing that I really love about this new album, The Mad King, was their use of sound effects to help tell the story throughout the album, almost reminiscent of like what Blind Guardian did on Nightfall and Middle-earth, but with a lot less cheese. This album kicks some serious ass, and there's some impressive consistency across the Mad King in terms of their songwriting, individual performances. Every single song just kills. The production's also very impressive, as Bob Katsianis brought his expertise to the fold, and he created an atmosphere that feels warm, inviting, and extremely smooth for a heavy and power metal record. This album could easily be the power metal album of 2021 for me, and I do feel like that not enough people are talking about it. The Mad King will not disappoint in any shape or form. If you're a fan of power metal, then the Warrior Path delivered an essential album for your collection. Get on it. 4.7 out of 5 Mad Kings.
German power proggers Orden Ogan have put out their 7th full-length album Final Days, an epic and quite heavy record that explores themes of the end of times as humanity struggles with the doomsday scenario. An artificial intelligence has gone rogue, and in the last act to save the status quo, the world erupts in a global civil war. Not the most original story, but hey, everything's already been done already, right? This is my first venture with the band, and it certainly left me with a feeling of intrigue because there are a lot of cool moments on this record. There's great singing, great guitar playing, and some of these songs are very well written. Unfortunately, I don't think that this is a wall-to-wall banger. A few tracks really stand out, but the formula gets a bit stale as you get deeper into the record. I think that's why they introduced a couple of guest musicians towards the middle of the record. It helps to break up the sameness of the first half of it. It's a clever idea and is definitely well done here. Overall, I think this is a cool record with some pretty neat moments. I don't think that I would revisit this one in its entirety, so I'm gonna give it a flat 4 out of 5 neural net processors.
Silver Talon, Decadence, and Decay released May 28th on M Theory Audio. This band was a really cool surprise for me as it was born out of the ashes of Spellcaster. For those who don't know who Spellcaster is, they disbanded and many of those members went on to form Idle Hands, now unto others, but the remaining members of Spellcaster formed Silver Talon. And holy shit, this band is awesome. There's some serious nods to Iron Maiden on this record, and that's not just with their 3 killer guitar players, but I can hear some heavy influences from the Brave New World era of Maiden, which is one of my favorite metal records. This album has it all, man. Super catchy and wild choruses, massively energetic and intense riffs, and some furious drumming. I can even hear some like Jeff Loomis Nevermore inspired influences in the guitar riffing, and that's just freaking amazing. There's even some slower songs on the record which round out that old school heavy metal fury, and even some touches of gothic and doomy vibes in some places, which, you know, us as sad boys, we love. This album is easily one of the best old school heavy metal albums I have heard in 2021. I missed it, so circle back, you guys check it out. If you love the work from Spellcaster and Unto Others, you absolutely need to check out Silver Talon. 4.8 out of 5, Pyramid Witches.
All right, shame on us for missing out on Dragony's Viribus Unitis, released January 15th on Napalm Records. Yeah, 7 months ago, this one has been sleeping. This is the Austrian band's 4th full-length record since 2011, and they have decided to tell the story of an alternate history that mixes zombies, cyberpunk, and steampunk into a total can of whipped cheese. Remember when I said everything has been done before? Yeah, I take that back. Dragony is doing something completely different with this storyline. It's like a C movie in an album. Plus, look at that artwork. I mean, I have to say, I laughed out loud when I first saw that artwork. As far as the music goes, these boys are doing their homeland of Vienna a real service. Their classical influences are very well blended with the metal. Expect choruses that have huge vocals and infectious hooks, solos that melt planets, earthquaking bass lines, and tempestuous drum grooves. This is my favorite, hands down, of these. It's an easy listen and a very strong power metal record. Thanks for the recommendation, Forge Masters. We missed this one, and so did you, because, yeah, this record deserves 4.7 out of 5 plasma shooting Nikola Teslas. Be sure to spin this one if you love fun power metal.
I am not French, so I'm going to butcher this. Herzel, Les Derniers, Rempart, released March 12th, 2021 on Gates of Hell Records. Hailing from France, Herzel have released an album that no one is talking about nearly enough, and holy shit, this record is freaking epic. I love when heavy metal bands get historically inspired in their albums about glory and adventure, and this album is a concept album that's split into 2 parts. The first part is dealing with Brittany history, while the second is about a hero named Herzel, who is through a series of trials and tribulations, he eventually delivers the Sword of the Gods to Brittany. Okay, fucking awesome. The songs are longer than what you would expect for a traditional heavy metal record, which actually makes sense since Herzel go for a epic and progressive sound together. Overall, though, this album is very melodic, embracing dueling guitar harmonies, highly energetic riffing, pulling from Maiden's playbook and adding their own flavor. The vocals are fitting for the style. They have a little bit of reverb, and the bass is just galloping, reminiscent of Steve Harris, which is awesome. The production value is purposely lo-fi and offers kind of a vintage vibe where nothing is overpowered in the mix. Definitely jump on this album if you love the medieval atmosphere and stories of heroic battle. Sure, it's in French. Don't let that deter you. This is a goddamn gloriously drenched album with the blood of battle. 4.7 out of 5, Silhouette Warriors.
What are your favorite heavy and power metal albums from 2021 so far? Let us know down in the comments.
As always, go with the gods, our Forge Master brethren. Grab that long sword and shield and forge your way to victory. See you next time.